So, good afternoon. We're back again with the first of 3 uploads today. First one now, second one at 5 o'clock, and the third one will be at 9 o'clock. I had to think about that. And we're going to start with Matteo Guendouzi. Before I get into that, big up to all of you guys that are subscribed to the channel. Road to 60k is still flying, so thank you very much. Make sure you are subscribed. If you're not, make sure you slap the likes up through the roof as well. And the giveaway will be announced at the end of this week, so keep your eyes peeled for that. You have to subscribe, well, follow even, my Instagram, LeeGunner82, if you want to be part of that. Like I've said before, it's nothing massive, but it's something I'm giving away. So yeah, good luck to everybody who's following me on Instagram. But let's talk about Matteo Guendouzi. He actually landed in France yesterday afternoon, and a day early. He was supposed to be landing today. He went a day early. That is how eager he is to complete this move, really. And it's kind of sad. Like, I know he divides opinion, but for me personally, I love him. I think he's absolutely quality. And we got him so cheap. We're selling him for around the same sort of money as we brought him for 3 years later. It's like, it's a bit of a baffling one, if I'm honest. We could have got a lot more money if we just kept hold of him and played him. Because I think if we had done that, number one, I don't think we would have been so bad, because our midfield is shocking, and I do think he'd make it better. But not only that, I do think the level of performances he's put in over the time he was here, if he'd continued to put them performances in, I think he'd be worth 3, 4, 5 times more than we've sold him for. I genuinely do. Let's not forget, this is the lad that was valued at the most valuable under 21 on the planet when Unai Emery had him. And since then, he's just nosedived all the way down. And we're selling him for around anywhere between 7 and 10 million quid, depending on which article you read. But to me, that's too cheap. It really is. And I've got a sneaky suspicion that this is going to come back and bite us on the backside in a few years' time. And Marseille got themselves a decent player. He has tweeted a couple of times. He's subsequently deleted them since. But let me read these tweets to you. He tweeted them out earlier on this morning, and they've both now been deleted. But he said, "I will never forget the Emirates Stadium. I will never forget the fans. I won't forget the city. I will never forget anything I have been through here. I will never forget that my only will was to defend the pride of the Arsenal colours." He then went on to say in a different tweet, "Thanks to all of those who believed in me during my time here, during the good and the bad moments. I can only wish the best to the club and its fans who deserve so much." You're damn right there, my friend. He said, "Trust me. Goodbye, Arsenal. I will never forget and will be a Gooner forever." And like I said, I think it's kind of sad that we've let him go, especially when you look at the caliber of midfielders we've got. It's kind of a bit of a mad one, really, that we've allowed this lad to walk out for literally peanuts. And it's been a bit of a weird journey for him, because obviously he came into Arsenal, nobody had a clue who he was. I was at his debut. I was at pretty much every game that season under Emery, and I just thought he was just pretty decent, if I'm honest. I was like, "Rah, I love his attitude." Like, you could tell he was like really proud and happy to play for the badge and for the club. He tried to give his all in every game. Yeah, he ain't the greatest player, we all know that. But one thing I liked about him is, well, a couple of things I liked about him. Number one, he always wanted the ball, and he didn't hide. And there's a lot of players in our squad that do hide. Genuinely, they disappear in games. Number two, I like the fact that he was always the first one there if it was kicking off. Like, and he'd back his teammates. We see it with Leno, with Maupay. Yes, he probably went over the top instead, like, and grabbing all of him around the throat. That was a little bit over the top. But at the end of the day, if Vieira and King were doing it, then why is it now an issue? I don't know. Listen, I'm not trying to compare Guendouzi and to Vieira and Keane in terms of caliber of player, but in terms of passion on a football pitch, you know, that's what we want to see, innit? We want to see our players defending their teammates, and if they feel they've been done wrong and their teammates been put in danger, and he's then subsequently got injured off of the back of that, why is it such a bad thing that Guendouzi has gone and kicked off on Maupay? I don't get that. I don't agree with what he was saying on the pitch that day, where he was running around telling everyone we're crap and, you know, we're not that great, and I'm on 40 grand a week. But at the same time, he was punished for that. He was dropped for a few games after that. And he was actually told to apologise, which he didn't. And at the end of the day, that shouldn't be a reason to bomb him out the football club and get rid of him completely. You know, he's a young lad. He's on a good wage. He's playing for a big football club in a big city. Of course, that's going to go to your head at times. Like, listen, we've all been his age. We've all done stupid things in our lives, especially at that age. But to totally just get him out the football club, like when there's been other players here, Granit Xhaka, who's been telling us all to F off and giving it an ear and all that when he's walking off the pitch, yet he seems to be all right. Oh, it's all right. It's Granit. It's Granit Xhaka. He can do what he wants because Mikel likes him. Yeah, and this is where I have an issue with this deal going through, is the fact that the game where we played Tottenham and he was hanging out the car window, we will remember that one. It was like, oh my God, we have finally found a cult hero that we can actually say, yes, this is our guy. He is our guy. He's on our team. He's going to be the little nuisance on the football pitch that's just going to wind everybody up. He'll back his teammates to the hill, and he's got quality as well. And then from there, he did what he did against Malpai, and Mikel Arteta has come out and basically said it's not on and this and that. But because our fans in the majority are so far up Mikel Arteta's backside, it is embarrassing that they'll just allow this to happen. And now Guendouzi is in the wrong all the time. No, not for me. Not for me. At the end of the day, what he said on the pitch was out of order. He shouldn't be saying that. But he was punished. He was dropped for 2 games or 3 games, whatever it was. But to totally get rid of him, I think it's a disgrace. And at the end of the day, I genuinely think that if we're going to get out of this mess that we're in, number one, we have to sack that manager, because he has just literally decimated every single one of our youngsters. Saka and Smith Rowe are separate, because Saka and Smith Rowe are literally going to make it. We knew that anyway. We see that under Emery. This lad's going to make it. But, you know, I just think that Mikel Arteta clashes with him. And that is why. Whereas he doesn't clash with Smith Rowe. He doesn't clash with Saka. I think he clashes with Martinelli, which is why we don't see Martinelli play. I think he clashes with Saliba, Maitland-Niles, Joe Willock. And there's obviously some sort of issues there, because these kids are the future of this football club, by the way. These kids, whether they play for us in the future or whether we sell them after they've played for us in the future, are the future of turning this football club around. Because all the time we have got 7, 8, 9 decent-ish youngsters at this football club. Play them. Put them in the team. If Maitland-Niles had played this season for us, it'd be worth more than 15 million. Because his performances suggested that last season, or the season before the one that's just finished, when Wolves wanted to pay 20 million for him. You know, Joe Willock, he's gone out and played £20 million now. Guendouzi, if he'd played, number one, I don't believe we would have finished 8th. I think we would have been higher up the table. Number two, yeah, it'd be worth about 35, 40 million quid, in my opinion. Because if he'd put the performances in that I've seen him do under Emery, then yeah, why not? Everything suggests he'd be worth more money. So I just look at it and I think, like, you know, Martinelli came in and everyone was like, oh my God, what a player. Why don't we see him now? Because I'll tell you something, if we had seen him this season just finished, it'd be worth 30 or 40 million quid now as well. And this is where I have an issue with this manager. He keeps banging on about he wants to bring the youth. He wants to bring the youth. Oh, it's the philosophy of the club. No, it ain't. Number one, it ain't the philosophy of the club. Number two, it ain't your philosophy, mate. Yeah. When was the last time we had so many youngsters available to us? Like a decent crop of youngsters. We haven't had that for years and years and years, if ever. Yeah, maybe back to the 80s or something. Yeah, at the end of the day, this manager don't want to play the youth, which is why he keeps freezing them out. And I'm sick to death of it. This Guendouzi, I'll put money on it right now, he will be at a top club inside the next 2 or 3 seasons. And when I say top club, a title-winning club. 100%. I'm fuming he's leaving, if I'm honest. I like him. I think he's better than most of our midfielders. And I like his arrogance at times. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't like the fact he was running around on the pitch telling everyone he's on 40 grand a week and we're crap. I don't like that. But I do like the fight in him. I do like the will to win. I do like the pride he shows in the shirt. I do like the fact that he always wants to protect his teammates. He always wants the ball. He always wants to go forward. Yeah, and you can, if you're a good coach, like I keep getting told this manager is, you put your arm around the lad and you coach him. Manage the guy. Make sure he is tracking runners. Tell him you're supposed to be the midfield maestro, Mikel. Yeah, make sure you are helping this kid out. Instead, no, gone, off you go. You're out the club. Absolute disgrace. Let me know what you think about all of that. Leave that in the comment section down below. Stick a thumbs up on the video, subscribe and share, and make sure you follow the Instagram if you want to be part of the giveaway. It will be revealed by the end of this week, Sunday probably. Like I said, it's nothing major. It's just a little token of gratitude from me to one of you guys, really. So yeah, all get involved. One lucky winner. Bish bash bosh. Job done. I'll be back at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Arteta out and Southgate out.